Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about a wallet from Dango, which is the D02, and I'm finally replacing my old wallet, which is this really old but quite durable minimalistic fold wallet that I've had for about 7 years or so. There's a slot up here and you can just push the card out, which is quite convenient, and it's held up so well that I'm quite impressed with how well it did all these years. Then there's also a money clip in the middle. Yeah, and then I got my driver's license in the window there. And probably the coolest feature about this wallet is this little pull-out that has another card in there. So I really like this thing, and if you do want a wallet like this, it's definitely worth the money, and I think these only go for about 20-30 bucks or so. But I'll try to leave a link for this one if you are interested in this. But this video is about the new wallet, which is the Dango D02, which is the same thing as this D01, but this one is nickel plated is the difference. So it does come wrapped in this plastic bag, but you guys can see it's a really nice presentation here in the metal case. So it is RFID secured, made in USA, also compatible with the tool, nickel plated, and that's what makes this thing unique. And it is the D02 in jet black leather. And on the front here we can see what it looks like. So the D02 is quite a bit more expensive than the regular one, probably almost double the price of the D01, which is the same wallet. And so the nickel plating really adds to the cost of this thing. Let's go ahead and open it up. It looks like here we have a little card. Shows us how to use the wallet and the specs of it here. And here we can see the wallet itself. So yeah, very, very shiny and premium looking for sure. So first impressions, really, really thin and very lightweight, which is impressive, this being metal. And hopefully you guys can see the nickel plating is quite nice, and overall I would say pretty high quality. It's not perfect, as you can see there's some scratches or like little scuffs. Overall, just at a glance, it looks really good. So everything that's metal is nickel plated, including the base. This back plate here that slides out looks like. So overall pretty good. I wouldn't give it, perfect. So this is the back of it. If it is plated, I guess it's not showing up, but it almost looks like it's not just the regular aluminum, but the back side of it is. We got a logo there. And underneath that, you guys can see kind of like the machine finish on it with also the logo there. Yeah, for the price this thing is, I would have liked to see a little bit more attention to detail in the plating and the machining, but it's not terrible. And I love how it says made in USA there in the corner. So let's go ahead and slide this plate back in. And obviously you're not going to see the back side of it mostly anyway. So going to the front, we got the same nickel finish all around. And as you guys can see, I chose black for the leather, and it actually looks really good. And overall, the fit and finish, or the craftsmanship, seems to be very nice, but not perfect. As you guys can see, where the bolts are kind of tight, the leather kind of pulls up there, so it kind of has waves in it. Not the best look in my opinion, but not terrible either. And then for the last part here, we got the silicone band right in the middle, and it has kind of like this interesting pattern on the front of it. And on the back, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but it says Dango Products, designed in California, USA. Oh yeah, and also on the front we do have a logo there. It says genuine leather with the D. So yeah, pretty nice. I like this little attachment piece here that they have. It does seem a little thin. Hopefully it's strong. But yeah, initial impressions, pretty good. And that's everything for the case except for this little card here that came with the wallet. So comparing it to my old wallet, you guys maybe can see, it is quite a bit smaller and thinner. Of course, it's not loaded at all, but I think what we need to do is maybe get all of our cards out, the cash, and this wallet is now completely empty. So it wasn't holding that much. Well, actually, I did forget one more card, which is my thickest one. It's a metal one. But yeah, completely empty. You guys can see it's also quite thin and pretty minimalistic. So yeah, it's not a big change, honestly, size-wise. So let's see what happens when we load it up. Now, the biggest problem with this wallet is going to be the cash, and this is why this band is here. We can use it. It is quite flexible, but it does feel quite robust. So I went ahead and put my driver's license in the front pocket, the first one here, and it fits in there, but it's quite tight. But everything's brand new, so it needs to stretch out a bit. But what's interesting is that it looks like we can kind of pry on this edge here and get cards behind that. So I'm going to put my Tesla card behind the leather part there. And the card itself is actually melted, so it's kind of wavy, but yeah, it does fit behind there. And I'm curious if we can squeeze another card right in front of the license. And sure enough, it goes in quite easy, actually. Well, not easy, it is with some force, but it does go in. You guys can see that this pocket here is starting to stretch now, and I wouldn't put more than this in here for sure, even though they say I think you can put more. But yeah, so I got the Tesla card behind the leather part, and then in the pocket 2 cards, and then we got the front part here. So pretty nice. And so now we only have 4 cards left, which we should be able to kind of push on this tab here and open it up kind of like this and slide our card in just like that. Actually, everything fit really good and quite impressive, to say the least. I wasn't expecting it to fit that well and still be super thin. So yeah, so far quite happy with how everything is going in. And you guys can see probably on the reflections there how much fingerprints the nickel plating gets. So it almost looks like chrome, but it's not. If you look at chrome, it's more like a really shiny silvery look. This is more got like a yellowy tint to it. So it definitely looks more premium than if it would be like chrome. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this thing down. If you want this look, I think it might be worth it for the nickel plating. But, you know, if you're more of a normal person, I would not recommend this, as this is almost double the price of the D01, which comes in pretty cool colors, and you can get darker, lighter metal finishes that are more matte. So, and they'll kind of withstand the regular use a lot better than this thing would probably, because, you know, if you drag this thing around, it's most likely going to scratch. So yeah, you're just going to have to be a little more conscious about the wallet if you want to keep it in pristine condition. So yeah, the only thing we got is the money. And we can choose to put it up front, which I think I will not. I think I'll just go ahead and put it in the back where the nickel plating is. And normally I don't carry too much cash, but this time around we have a few dollar bills here. A couple dollars, a 5, a 10, a 20, and a 50. So can we fit all this in there? You can choose to just fold it in half, and then we can go underneath like this. But to me, this looks too thick. For this kind of wallet, I definitely fold it again. So if we do that, we become quite a bit thicker, but still not bad. And normally I would carry about 2 bills less than this or so. But yeah, let's see how easy we can put it under here. That's not a problem at all, actually. And it definitely looks much better like this, more folded than unfolded. As you guys can see, just a cleaner kind of look. Now, because the bills are clamped on there, you know, as you put it in your pocket, they will catch and start bending around. Maybe I can flip this around, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah. I just fixed my own problem. So yeah, they will still catch obviously, but if you put the corners down to the bottom, they won't catch as easy. It would be a smoother in and out of the pocket. So far so good, and actually very happy with it. And now I can lay it down even here without worrying it too much, as it has quite a bit of padding on the back here and kind of protects the nickel finish. So let's see how easy it is to get a card out. So let's say I want to get this capital 1 out. So we can't just pull it here from the top, but that doesn't work very good. It's stuck in there. And because this is all new, I think it's going to be a little tougher as we use it. It's be easier. But yeah, if we just push from the bottom, we can see the card starts to come out. Not very easy to get out at all, actually. It does slide out. And yeah, so maybe just keeping 1 in the pocket. Let's try that. Might be better and easier to use. So if you have like 1 card to use a lot, usually this is my main card here that I pull out, then, you know, having 1 is much easier to pull out than 2 in the same pocket. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal, and I think it'll wear in as you use it and become a little looser. And with the 4 cards, you guys can see the back plate is starting to be almost out of the place where it holds itself. Well, let's see if we add that 1 more card, what will happen. And sure enough, it's now poking out even more, but it's still holding it. Well, not really. This side here is, okay, yeah. So more than 4 cards, it starts to slide out of its frame. You guys can see that. So I definitely don't think I want to put more than 4 in there, as it keeps it in the frame and not drift away, because if it starts drifting, you might start scratching the nickel plating around. I think if I remove this Tesla card, because it's quite wavy and I think it's putting too much pressure on the front pockets, and I'll tuck my license away behind the leather, not in the pocket, but behind. And now I can put the card here. And it comes out a lot easier. And so to replace the Tesla card, I have another one. And we're back to the same amount of cards that we started with, and we're definitely a lot better now. So yeah, so first impressions, not convenient or too easy to use compared to, you know, my old wallet that you just flip open. It's very easy, but a lot more premium and just feels great in the hand. And also just laying there on the desk, it seems to really want your attention to look at it. So if you're willing to put up with what it is and how it functions, it's an amazing wallet. And again, I'd recommend the D01, because this one here here actually goes for over $100. I think if I would have done it all over again, I probably would have got the D01, as it's a much better value for the same wallet. I did get something else for the wallet. It's a separate purchase, and this is kind of like a detachable keychain. And this one here is titanium. Don't remember the brand name, but I'll go ahead and leave some links in the description for you guys. It does look really nice, and it should just pull apart. And there we go. And so it's a detacher, kind of like a quick disconnect that holds your keys, but it doesn't come off very easy unless you really pull on it. Yeah, very cool. So the idea here is I was gonna connect one side here to the loop on the wallet and the other side to my keys, which I'm gonna go ahead and take this big ring off. Now let's see, which side should we connect the keys? I think the key should go on this one. And this way now I can connect or keep together my key and wallet when I'm away from the car. So yeah, that goes pretty well on the wallet. Now, hopefully it doesn't damage it. I did scratch it a bit putting on the ring, fairly noticeable. No big deal, but the whole point here is now we can connect our key and wallet together, and they'll always stay together, which is cool. And I could probably even tuck my key under this silicone strap, just like that, and kind of keep it like that together if I don't want it dangling around. But in any case, guys, yeah, I really like the wallet overall. I think it's pretty awesome. It's definitely unique, and it looks super cool. And if you wanted a very unique wallet that is not like everything else, this might be the perfect one here. So if you guys are interested in it, I'm going to have some links in the description. Check it out. I'm going to leave the link for the D01 also, which I think is a much better value. And if you want this little quick disconnect, I'll have a link for that. It wasn't cheap because it's titanium, but they do have cheaper options. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how long this wallet will last me. Hopefully I won't be making another wallet video for at least 4 or 5 years. All right, guys. Well, if you did enjoy this video, then hit that like button. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.